Well, overall, it was Gaimin Gladiators that seemed to be one step ahead of Talon every step of the way. And we get to talk to none other than Quinn as the winner here. Congratulations on a good series, Quinn.
Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you. It's always nice to win.
Indeed, it must be. I have a question that is completely not Dota related, a couple actually. But first one is we saw around the 8-minute mark. Something happened on your camera, and I just want to know what happened.
Oh, I'm at a boot camp place, and someone was coming in the room, and I just wanted to make it very clear that I'm in the middle of something. Like, you're not supposed to have people in the room, right? I don't want to get in trouble. So they're like opening the door, and they're like trying to come in and do something. I'm like, no, please leave. And then they started to peek back in again, and I'm like, no, please.
You got the message across. That's
yeah. I need to go apologize because I think I was a little gruff, but
sometimes you need to be.
In the moment, I was kind of annoyed when they came back in the second time.
Sometimes you need to be to make a point. So you have my understanding for that one. I would also love to know what is the most fun thing you have done this week that does not include Dota 2 or the internet.
You know, unironically, it's probably I went to the grocery store the other day with someone who works at this place, and I hadn't really interacted with a human being in like a week and a half because I'm just a nomad currently traveling from boot camp facility to boot camp facility. So going to the grocery store like a semi-normal human being and interacting with humans was great. That was probably the highlight of my week.
It can be an adventure. What country are you in? Are you in boot camping?
I am in Germany currently. I'm in Stuttgart.
That is a very random place to have a boot camp in, first of all. How are the supermarkets in Stuttgart? I believe German supermarkets are actually quite good.
Yeah, it was nice. You know, I bought some sandwich stuff, bought some nanners. Here's the peel from the nanner I ate.
Lovely.
Wow.
Yeah, that's proof I went there.
Yeah, I believe
nice.
you. And how are you feeling about Dota at the moment? I mean, obviously, you guys have had ups and downs. You're on an absolute up again in the group stage here so far. But how are you feeling about the state of the game Dota 2?
I mean, there's some things that really irk me right now about the game. I mean, I'm not going to go on some tangent or whatever about all the little things that annoy me, but there's things like heroes that are just flagrantly broken, not being nerfed, and like random things like Disruptor and stuff getting nerfed that just confuse me. I haven't understood that in a while. You know, it's just the degree to which heroes get nerfed and who gets nerfed just makes no sense to me sometimes. And I wish they would just put heroes in the dirt that are broken.
Okay, is Broodmother a hero that's broken?
It's not Timbersaw tier. No,
is it becoming a hero that is broken?
Maybe. I mean, we'll see, you know. I mean, no one's really first phasing it yet. I mean, I suppose EG was, but I don't know if they won all their games with it. I think they lost one with it. So, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, that series in particular, the Brood was just high commodity. I think it did win all its games that time around, but yeah. I'm curious to see where it goes. I have with me Jenkins, Effie, and Purse. They'd also love to ask you some questions.
Can you hand me that?
The Fern? Oh, what is that? The phone.
He wants to call you through this
with an
device.
No,
Quinn.
I got a question.
What's up, Big J?
Quinn, what is this fucking thing?
Isn't it a phone?
Yeah, what do you think about it?
It's hype. I don't know. You like vintage stuff? You know, you go to what the heck? What are those things called? Again, whatever. It's
Antique
a vintage phone.
stores?
It's cool. Yeah, antique store. That. Are you an antique man?
No, I thought maybe you were. Okay, second question, Quinn. Don't laugh. These are serious questions. That air conditioning unit behind you, do you have to drain that into a pan, or is that what sort of air conditioning unit is that?
Not gonna lie, I have no idea how it works. It's kind of magic. It's hot outside, and then there's some sucking going on, and then it blows cold air out. I don't know. It's magic to me, but it cools down the room, so I'll take it. Thanks, science.
It's duct taped.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. Honestly.
Right. You're gonna have to ask. I'll ask a real question, or people are gonna be mad at me. Those Redditors, right, Quinn?
I've been saying that.
Yeah. You and me both, buddy. Okay.
Amen.
Real question. Ember Spirit, first phase. Do you just not give a fuck about counters, or do you think that you can flex the Ember and so therefore you can pick it in the first phase? Like, why is this hero becoming such a priority for teams, including you guys?
It's a mix of a lot of things, but I think sometimes you can call people's bluff with heroes. Like Talon, you can look at the heroes they play, and it's always a spirit. It's always some random sort of non-countering, sort of innocuous hero, and you can call people's bluff sometimes because they don't play the counters. We called whatchamacallit, Nine Pandas bluff, and they, shot me in the head with some Morphling mid. So, we decided, okay, not going to call people's bluff who are, who are going to shoot you in the head. So, we learned our lesson there, but some people you can call their bluff.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
That's cool. Hey, Quinn, congratulations.
Hello.
I'm glad to hear that you feel not very strongly about this phone. How do you feel about Jenkins' hair?
I think Jenkins' hair is hype. Jenkins is also swole and yoked now. He's just an absolute beast. He's a champion of a man.
Yeah,
Why?
looking less and less homeless every day. You think good for him. Anyway, Quinn, I have to ask you. You certainly read the Battle Pass update from yesterday. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, you can take it optimistically or pessimistically. I tend to view it the latter. So I look at it, I'm like, okay, TI prize pool is going to be like 3 mil or something. They're releasing it in September. It's got less hats. Yee! I mean, at the end of the day, it's I don't know, maybe it becomes better. Maybe the prize pool is diffused throughout the year. Maybe there's more of an abundance of content that's more affordable. People, there's pros and cons. I'm skeptical about this TI's prize pool because of this, but it could be good overall. We'll see.
All right. And I'm curious. So you guys definitely got better throughout, between Group Stage 1 and Group Stage 2. Did you guys come into DreamLeague rested and you weren't playing that much Dota and it took you a while to ramp up? Or was it just the D patch that really enabled you?
No, this has definitely been a ramp up for us. We scrimmed very, very little during DPC. And people were taking a break. We were sort of treated that DPC as our okay, this is our rest period. And now with DreamLeague leading up into Bali, leading up into Riyadh, I think this is like a ramp up period of whatever it is, a month and a half or something. So at the beginning of this DreamLeague and the beginning of Group Stage 2, whatever, we were definitely ramping up. I think you can look at both those series and we played pretty atrociously and should have won or could have won at the very least both those series. So there's a lot of, some learning and some relearning and, all the things that go into shaking off the rust.
Okay, good answer. And the last question I want to ask you is about PSG LGD. What happened there? Did you guys just get caught off guard?
If I'm being honest, we just threw some games like total idiots. I personally played very poorly both games. I think they're also starting to get some of their LGD magic back, which is cool to see. I'm like the biggest LGD fan, so I think I really like seeing them winning games. I think the director's way of picking heroes and some of that team's strengths that are sort of infused into them by Y and Jawade, at least is my interpretation, are just very cool. So I'm happy to see LGD doing well.
Very cool answer.
Hey there, Big Q. I'm the co-host, so I'm forced to say that contractually.
What's up, Big P?
Not much. It's huge.
First time he's been called that.
In your match yesterday against the Nine Pandas, in your QWOP game, you had some tilt-inducing moments the first 5 minutes.
It took me a while.
Please tell me how you recover from those deaths mentally.
To be honest, my side lanes are doing pretty well, and I don't know. It's for whatever reason, the game was fine. I got some lucky rune, and it honestly didn't matter that much. It's bad, Don't get me wrong. That was some horrific travesty of a death, but the second death wasn't great either. But I don't know. It was just okay. The game was in a fine state. Sometimes you die like that, and it's over. It's just curtains. If you can just send the cows home. But this one was okay. So I could feel it was okay, and it was fine. We also have a tendency of coming back against Nine Pandas. And I'm never gonna throw in the Talon versus all Ram Dog. So you had to get the dub.
Yeah, of course. And today you guys are just really far ahead in both games. Why are you guys so good at pressuring the map? It feels like you're killing 2 different cores at the same time with 2 different heroes. Is it communication? Is it just practice? Do you have a pro tip for all the fans?
No pro tips. Fans can suck it. But I think we've just put in a lot of work to how we play the map, how we kill people, how we maneuver our heroes, what we want things to look like, stuff like this. Obviously, we're not perfect, and there's things we need to improve on. There's things that have changed due to the new map, and things we're still learning. But I think it is something we value a lot. It's something I personally value a lot as well. I think it's one of my strengths. So it's. Yeah, I don't know. It's just an aspect of the game I like. I like I like squeezing the life force out of them. Yeah.
Yeah, you did great at that. Effie was very
Thanks.
concerned with Duracio's Midas use in the last game.
No, I wasn't.
Well,
Why are you bringing
watch,
this up?
Look, watch the replay. Anyways, I have a Midas question. If you have a hand of Midas and there's a flag bearer, creep, or catapult, which would you prefer to zap? Like a fat wave and there's like heroes there and you only get one.
Probably Kata. You can get the range creep with other stuff faster. Kata takes forever.
Okay. Thank you.
I have another question. 'Cause you bring
Fire away.
how unfazed are you guys when Duraccio dies now? Because Jenkins and I were saying in the green room that you guys look like you're used to just you're down a hero, but you're still going and taking 4v5 fights. Like, walk me through that thought process.
I mean, everybody feeds sometimes. It's kind of just how the game goes. Sometimes I die again, idiot. I dove the base. I misclick my cheese. I run out. I have no remnants left. I just like slowly die over the course of 12 millennia. Sometimes Anton dies in a goofy way. Once in a blue moon, Ace gets ganked by 12 heroes. Like, okay, Ace has his first death of the year. But it happens sometimes. Sometimes people just die like goons, and you still play. People make mistakes. It's part of the game. And I think Anton's also just a very aggressive player, someone who pushes people a lot. And with pushing the limits comes some deaths. And I think that's okay. I think aggression with occasional mess ups is better than total passiveness.
Oh, well said.
I got one more question, Quinn.
All right, Big J.
What are these for?
My camera's on me. I can't see what you're holding.
What are the holes for on this?
I don't know. Maybe it makes a better sound when you spank somebody with it.
Is that a good spank? Purge, come here.
I don't know.
I'm good.
I'm also good.
I said purge.
I just
All right,
want to
that's
see
all I
it.
got, Quinn. That's all I got, Quinn.
I have one final
Okay.
question before we let you go. I would love to hear your insight on BetBoom versus PSG LTD, which is a series we're going to watch in a little bit, and both of them still are undefeated, and you have been defeated by both. So what do you think?
I am rooting for LGD. I think LGD is probably slightly favored as well. I think BetBoom have a very specific style, and they have certain things that are sort of integral to how they've been winning recently. And I think the director is very good at looking at what you're doing as a whole, like what really makes you tick, and like banning very cool things and first phasing very cool things. And I think that's sort of like one of that team's like biggest strengths. So I look forward to seeing how they beat BetBoom.
All right, thank you for that. And I do think that maybe you do have to just, go get an apology to the person that tried to enter your room. Although, just
Of course. I was a little more gruff than needed.
it's all
You
good.
should put the banana peel in front of the door so they slip next time they come in.
They were hanging
Okay, I'll
mouths.
film it too, and then I'll call it Looney Tunes.
Good one.
I hope you can find many more moments to have your little peaceful moment away from internet and Dota. Just going to the supermarket. I actually very much identify with the chillness of just doing something like that. So I hope you can find more of those. And good luck with your series tomorrow. And talk to you again some other time.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.